Hey friends! I hope you're having a good day. So, I have been waiting to do this video for a long time, and it's all about maintenance of our eyebrows. I personally used to get my eyebrows done all the time. I would get them waxed at the salon, but probably like many of you, I have not been back to the salon to get my eyebrows done. Of course, I did just get a salon haircut about 3 weeks ago, but I didn't get my eyebrows done at the time. So I'm gonna do some self-care, and I'm actually feel okay about how my eyebrows have looked over this past year and a half without getting anything professionally done. I've just been plucking my eyebrows, but I'm gonna try something new today, and I got this on Amazon. It's also available at Walmart and probably a lot of other places, but it's called Nads Eyebrow Strips. And I'm gonna use these today to actually wax underneath my eyebrows. And I got a new set of designer tweezers, which come in all kinds of fun colors now. So I'm gonna use that. And then I'm gonna finish it off doing my eyebrows with my Dipbrow pomade to see how it looks. Okay, so I'm gonna open the box, but I have to have a little sip of coffee first. I'm gonna open this box up and let me read the back to you guys. So it says, Nads Eyebrow Wax Strips have an easy to use template, giving you the confidence to shape and sculpt salon quality brows in the convenience of your own home. No warming or rubbing required, just cut and apply. All right, let's open this bad boy up. All right, so it's got some templates in here for the strips. So let me open this up. And it looks like it's got several applications. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 papers, and they're all identical. And that means there's 2 for each brow. So you could pretty much use one of these papers with the strips for one session. So this will last you 6 different grooming sessions, if you will. Probably several months if I was to guess. All right, and also it looks like in the box is these post-wax calming oil wipes. So kind of what they rub on your eyebrows so that when your eyes are kind of sensitive after waxing, that'll help kind of calm your skin down. All right, so I'm gonna zoom way into my eye here. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do, there's a for beginners, which I definitely need on the back. It says, start by cutting the strip, following the template guideline to tidy up your brows. As you gain confidence, you can adjust the strip to cut your desired brow shape. So let's cut these. I'm just gonna cut along the template here. I'm gonna do that for all 4 of these. All right, and there is also a middle brow, so I guess like right here, so that you can get any of the hairs that are in between your brows right here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that as well. Okay, I think I'm ready now. These are kind of shaped like this, but what I'm kind of worried about is they're all slightly slanted to the right. So the question is, how does this work? I'm gonna just trim it down just a little bit because it's not exactly perfect. So I cut it right there. So what I've got here is a little dip right there. I'm gonna just shape that a little bit more. All right, so I've got this piece here. So I'm gonna take the backing off, and now I'm left with the side that actually has the wax on it. What you don't want to do is you don't want to put it over anything that has hair. Like, that's why I trimmed the left side, because I do not want to put it over this part and rip out this part of my eyebrow. So I'm going to just hold it down here, press real hard on it, and now I think we are ready. I'm going to hold down the right side of my forehead here, and then I'm going to rip this off real fast. Here we go. Oh, that did it. That looks pretty good. All right, I'm happy with that, and I'm looking at the back here and it's got some hairs on it. So I think that came out really nice. It got all the little hairs underneath my eyebrow. Okay, so I'm gonna do the right one now. So now that I've done my left eyebrow, I think the right one will be a little bit easier. So I'm gonna take the one that I cut out and I'm gonna lay it up against my eyebrow. So I think the right side is really good, but the left side is way too high. So I'm gonna cut down the left side of this. Let's hold this template up. I think that looks really good on the left side, but still the right side is just slightly off. It's too high. Let's see if this will do it. Yeah, I think that's gonna be perfect. Now you can certainly be way more precise if you use wax, but I wanted to just start easy on this one. I actually do have a wax warmer that I use for waxing. I just haven't done my eyebrows in a long time, to be honest. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. I'm actually impressed with this little kit. You don't have to mess with the wax, which I really like. I just realized I cut this one backwards. So let me try that again. So the trick is when you're doing the other eye, so I'm doing the right eye, you have to turn the template around because they're opposite. You have to turn the template around like this. All right, so now I can kind of cut this left side down a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take the backing off. All right, here we go. I'm gonna pull my eyebrow tight and then just rip. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. Woo! That actually got a lot of hair. If I look at the little strip, I have such baby fine hairs underneath my eyebrows, but I think that looks really good. I didn't have a lot of hair growth here, but I had some. So I'm gonna go ahead and take one of these wipes now, these post-wax calming wipes. And certainly if you did it once and you didn't get enough hair, you could do another strip because there's plenty in there. So I'm gonna just use these wipes to wipe off any of that waxy residue. These are interesting because it's like oil based so that they can get off that wax. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and break out my tweezers. I don't know about you guys, but I have a thing with tweezers. So I have gotten tweezers that are super sharp like this before, and I seem to go back to the very cheap type of tweezers. They're like only a couple dollars. I've found that they work better, so I'm kind of curious if these work good. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom way in here. So the goal here is to tweeze off any hairs that I feel like I needed a little bit of extra help on, especially right around this area. So after you use the strips, after you do the waxing, you want to just go back and clean up any little hairs that might be still left. The only thing that I want to try next is I get, and you can kind of see it on my right eyebrow here, my eyebrow hairs are pretty long, so I want to trim them a little bit. Now here's the thing that I've tried to do in the past, which is take a little comb. You don't want it too thin of a comb, but take a little comb. So comb, take some scissors, and just kind of trim. Okay, and I'm gonna do that on this side too. So I'm basically putting my hair right there in there, taking some scissors, just a little bit of a trim. The comb helps you not trim it too close. We certainly don't want bald eyebrows. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little spoolie here and comb through my eyebrows. I think they look really sharp now, nice and clean underneath. The only thing I didn't do is this middle part. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now because I already have it. I'm gonna go ahead and do that in a couple different places. You can also sort of reuse these. All right, so I have waxed, I have plucked, and I have trimmed my eyebrows. Now I want to just put a little bit of makeup on. So that's the easy part. This is the kind of makeup I use for my eyebrows. Tried so many times to go try other brands, try pencils, whatever. I just always go back to this. I feel like it's the very best thing for filling in your eyebrows, and it looks super natural. You can also make it look really dramatic as well, but I do the supernatural look. But this is just Dipbrow by Anastastia, Beverly Hills. You can get that several different places. I usually get mine from Ulta. I find that if I get this from Ulta versus like Amazon, it's a bit fresher than the ones on Amazon because you don't know who you're getting your makeup from on Amazon. That's why I'm always a bit wary to get makeup off of Amazon because I've had a few bad experiences. So anyway, I like to get this from Ulta, but honestly, I have to buy one of these like maybe once a year. So the other important thing with Dipbrow is you need the right kind of brush. I have tried a bunch of different brushes, and I would just say look for a flat brush head like this, because what it can do is it's got to be very sharp too. So you can see how sharp this is. Flat and sharp. They don't sell this particular brush anymore. I think you can find it on some random sites, but this, I don't even know what the brand is. It's completely wiped off. But again, this is not a high-end brush or anything. It's just a flat brush. You could probably get a little like elf brush that would be only a couple dollars for something like this. So while I'm doing that, I was gonna tell you guys about my weekend. Oh, and my week. My husband and I actually started doing a game night for both my daughter and her boyfriend, and we kicked it off last week because now they moved into the area. We kicked it off last week by going to an escape room in the town nearby here, and it was so fun. I haven't done an escape room in a couple years. It was just a blast. Bad news though, we didn't escape from that room. I don't know if you guys know what an escape room is, but it's kind of like this big puzzle, and you physically go there, and there's usually a story wrapped around it, and you have to find all of these different numbers and unlock combinations, and you usually only have 1 hour to get out of that room, and I've always escaped from those rooms. This one, we didn't make it in time, which was still fun. It was a blast. So my son came home for the weekend, and I've been spending a lot of time with him. We actually had a great day yesterday. We went to the little town nearby and went to a coffee shop, had a nice cup of coffee, and walked around the little town. It's a little touristy town, and it was just so fun to get out, enjoy some fresh air. There's something going on in this area though. We have had like 10 days of rain. It is so soaked here. I think the ground is just completely saturated, and it looks like a jungle around here. All of the trees have just completely exploded with leaves, and weeds are growing. It's kind of wild looking outside right now, and it's really from all the rain. We're gonna get 2 days break of rain, and then it's gonna start raining again. That's how it usually works. All right, so I'm gonna do this Dipbrow now. I'm gonna just reinforce the lines and fill in the gaps. I take a cotton pad like this, put a little bit of micellar water on it, and I get my brush wet, clean it off as well. So it's pretty damp when I first dip into here, and I just dip the sides barely. I don't put a lot on the brush, just barely dip the sides in that little pot. All right, and now I'm gonna go ahead and basically go underneath my brow at the very bottom edge. Okay, and I'm gonna go at the top edge, and I'm just gonna work to fill it in. So you can really tell the difference between the two brows now. I then take a spoolie and then just kind of comb through it like that. So I'm gonna do the same on the right side now. Combing through here. It's perfect. One more thing before I finish this video. I have this like brow highlighter. It's from Tweezing, and it just comes in this little kind of pencil thing like this, and it's a brow highlighter. So what I like to do is put a little bit right under my brow. Just kind of move it around a little bit, and voila. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Just some tips to keep your eyebrows all nice and styled and easy to do on your own. It's really not that hard. I personally really like these eyebrow wax strips. It makes it super easy to do a quick cleanup, and really glad that I was able to do some plucking and some styling as well, and I got my eyebrows trimmed. So I hope this helped you. I think it's really important to keep your eyebrows up, especially if you have a pixie cut like myself. People most naturally look at your face when you have a pixie cut because your hair is not like the center of attention. So I'm always really trying to keep my eyebrows manicured, especially since I haven't gone back to the salon to do it. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you. And I want to make one more plug. I am compiling a video, probably for a couple months from now, that features all of you ladies and your pixie cuts. If you want to show up in one of my videos, can you email me a picture of yourself and your pixie cut, and I will highlight you in one of my videos. I've gotten one picture so far, so would love to get them. Here is my email address. It is sagedawnyt@gmail.com. That's sagedawnyt@gmail.com, and send me a picture. Anyways, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.